I've always loved cats ever since I was a kid. So, coming from the dorm going to class, I would always see like at least two cats. And my phone is full of pictures of them. I just stop to look at them even though I might be late for class. They are very much my mood boosters. So when I see cats, I feel very happy. And I'm like, oh, kitty. Ooh.
AGILA is actually an abbreviation for Ateneans guided and inspired by their love for animals. And basically our focus is on the animal welfare of the animals we have on our own campus here in Ateneo.
AGILA helps with the rescues, and the different CFMO units help out with the full implementation. So that's the feeding program, that's the population control and censuses.
For this year alone, we've had a lot of reports about a litter of kittens in SOM CTC. And they had a really bad case of feline herpes virus. Some of them even went half blind, as in like their eyes were gouging out. So what we did as our first rescue of the year, that we took them, brought them to the vet, and right now 3 of them have been released back on campus, and the more medically needy ones have been brought to fostering right now through some students of Ateneo.
So the Ateneo Community Cat Program is a humane population management for feral cats. This is done by different administrative offices. So the Trap, Neuter, Vaccinate, Return program aims to tackle 2 things. So the first is to prevent cats from reproducing on campus. We have them vaccinated for rabies at PAWS. So both of those procedures are done at PAWS.
We have our long-storied cat census. So the initial purpose of the cat census was for population control. And what this entails is that we'd go around campus and we'd note which cats were male, female, adults, if they've been spayed or neutered. So a bit of backstory was that during the pandemic, the guards, they really bonded with the cats, because the cats would always walk up to them and they'd give them a sense of comfort that they couldn't find anywhere else. The guards became designated feeders for these more tame cats.
Like the location of the Loyola Heights campus is very interesting because we're on the University Greenbelt, so we're one of the last few remaining large forests in Metro Manila. And you see a lot of really unusual wildlife. So we've had birds that are normally associated with foresty areas. We have a lot of ground birds. Also, we have large snakes. We have water monitor lizards. So we have bayawak, which a lot of places in the city no longer have.
There's so much flora and so much flora around that, which sustains all these crazy ecosystems all across campus.
And they are actually the #1 most invasive species in the world if you look at the research. Sometimes it's difficult then for me to justify the fact that we have a program when we talk about it with other ecologists, because we do know that they are an invasive species. Ideally, the program really requires cats to be as feral as possible. So we really try to emphasize that our campus cats are not pets. They actually are working professionals.
So we all want to keep the cats as feral as possible in general, in order to make sure that they, 1, are able to defend themselves from any human threats, and 2, that they're able to fulfill their function more properly as pest control.
If the cat is too tame and too friendly, we highly recommend that cat to be adopted out for their own safety. Because we've had a few cases before of cats that are very friendly that have injuries that are very obviously not from fights. So we suspect that there are some cases of animal abuse that happens on campus.
They lack the defensive capabilities to really defend themselves, and they haven't been able to fight back because they were simply just too tame.
We unfortunately also have cases of pet abandonment. We had a case of this cardboard box in the middle of the parking lot at night. And when we checked out what was inside, it was a cat. And there are a lot of cases of cats just popping up at the cafeterias and we have no idea where they came from. And they're so far from the gate. So we highly suspect that people do dump cats on campus, even though we tell them that we're not a cat sanctuary. It's also technically illegal to dump animals in other places. It's very irresponsible pet ownership.
I don't recall na they gave us instructions or any reminders about interacting with the cats, except that we're not allowed to feed them because they have like signs for that. I think it's also helpful if we put them in the dormer check-in kit because it's also for safety.
I just want people to know that ACCaP isn't just a top-down effort by the admin, so it really takes a lot of community effort to be able to help manage humanely the cat population. So it really takes help from everyone. It really takes support from TSMO to help manage the cats and bring them to paws, keep track of them, with volunteers from the maintenance, from the guards. It takes support from a lot of the student body to please not touch the cats. Please report cats if you see them, especially the cats that aren't notched yet or suspected kittens that might have been abandoned.
Well, if you want to help with the well-being and you aren't in AGILA, well, the best thing you can do is help us with our donation drives. Because we have a direct line of contact with ACCaP, and they're always looking for extra food donations. They're always running low with monthly food supplies, especially. In particular, not treats, but like rather hard cat food. That's especially hard to come by, especially in the form of sacks. So if you would like to support the Cateneans, well, you can definitely reach them through us or just donate directly to ACCaP.
The first place I go to is Arete, and it's nice seeing the cats there. And I also like seeing them after class. It just makes my day talaga.
Getting to spend time with them is really interesting, and I love cats here in Ateneo.
I really like having like a collection of like the pictures. Seeing them on campus, it's like new trading cards, like new pictures to send to friends, and it's so adorable and I love them.
The cats in Ateneo are intimidating, but in a cute way, and each of them has their own surprises.
They're like the little people of Ateneo, or they're just like little guardians of Ateneo. They have their own personality.
It's so cute how even though you're not allowed to touch the cats will just touch you. It's so funny because like I can't touch them, but the rules didn't say that they can touch me.
There was this one time I had to look for my friends on the first day of classes, but I ended up following a Catenean and I got lost.
When it comes to the Ateneo cats, I get a bit jealous because all they do is like lounge around and like that must be nice.
Oh my god, sana maging cat na ako. You know.
So there are actually 3 cats in Smith, but we only ever see 2. That's Papa, short for Shopao. And then there's Mai Mai, short for Shomai. And then there's Tonton, short for Wonton. Honestly, low-key a myth. You never really see him, but he's here, somewhere here.
I've actually never heard of Tonton before. I don't think he exists.
Cats usually flock to me, and it's just so, I don't know, cats have a calming presence.
The fact that we have so many cats in Ateneo is really cool because it always reminds me of my own pets at home. Cateneans give me a boost of serotonin, especially when I'm super stressed out.
A while ago, I was just eating at JSEC, and this cat just sat on my lap and allowed itself to be petted by me. So
I was in JSEC. I literally just sat down, and then these 2 cats, they suddenly jumped me.
I remember this one time there was this cat that jumped onto my food. He started biting the food, but it was just adorable, you know.
If you just stay in JSEC, they'll jump you.
it's a very relaxing experience, and it's one of the things that I really love about Ateneo cats.
It feels like they're genuine members of the Ateneo community.